Good morning, friends, and welcome back to Homestead by the Highway. Behind me, I have a whole bunch of things going on, and I'm going to have a kitchen day today. And I wasn't going to bring you along. When I make these videos, it actually adds about an hour to my time to get things accomplished. And I didn't know whether or not to do this, but we are going to try to do it, and we're going to try to get it done. I'm running about a half an hour behind because my phone was full, and anybody who knows me knows I am technologically challenged, in that I needed to make sure if I deleted it off my phone, would it delete it off the cloud? Is it still going to be in the cloud? That kind of thing. So I spent a little time doing that and deleting some photos, and I've got my fingers crossed I have enough space to make this video. So let's get started. Today I'm going to can up carrots, and if you saw my Azure haul, I bought 25 pounds of organic carrots. They were seconds is what they call them, so that means that they're small. They might be broken. I'll show you that. It was $26 for 25 pounds of organic carrots. So we're going to get those canned up today, and I'm going to do some as maple glazed. I've never done that before, so I don't know if we like them, so we're not going to do a lot. Probably just the 6 pints per the recipe in the ball book is what we're going to be following for that. So we're going to make those, and then the rest are just going to be plain. I chunk some up to throw into like stews and soups and that kind of stuff. I do some in slices so we can have them as a side. The chunk ones also go into like roasts and stuff like that. So we're going to do carrots today. Behind me, if you can hear it running, well, this up here, I made up a thing of bread last night, so I can bake a loaf today. It is proofing, so we'll get that baked later today as well. But in my dehydrator, yesterday our local store had peppers on sale. They are not organic, but they were the red, yellow, and orange ones on sale for $1 each. And peppers around here have been going by the pound, and they have been just full of seeds and tiny, and you're paying almost $2 or just over $2 for a single pepper. So this was a steal. Unplug the fan there. And soften these. These are the green peppers, and I diced some, and I do them like this because I will use these in like fajitas and stuff like that. But I'm going to unplug this so that it can cool, and I can make sure that they're fully dehydrated. These were the red ones. They're so pretty. And the orange. And the yellow and the red. So I'm going to let that cool down, and then we'll get that jarred up later. Right now we need to tackle these carrots. The first thing I need to do to get going is to get the maple glaze going, because it takes orange juice, and I bought a thing of frozen. Okay, so I just bought a thing of frozen orange juice, and I did not get it ready last night. It says you can microwave this. I do not microwave with as often as I can, and I definitely don't microwave in plastic. So what I'm going to do is we are going to set this in a container of water and get this thawed out. I don't think it'll take that long. And we can clean carrots while waiting for it to thaw. I'm trying to think of a tall container. We'll just throw some water in this and drop it in there. And that's just like lukewarm. I didn't use hot water. I don't want to melt it and create a different problem. So we will let that get going. And also have over here all the stuff I need to bake muffins later. I'm gonna make another batch of banana muffins. So that's why I left that all out after making the bread up last night. The bread I did in another video, and it is one that I got from another site. I will type the recipe down below in this one. And that way you'll have that. It is the easiest bread ever, and it makes a beautiful, like, crunchier outside bread. I struggle with bread, but this is so easy to mix up. You don't have to do your water and your yeast and have it the exact temperature and stir that up first and let the yeast do its thing, and then all the things. You throw everything in, stir it up, and let it sit for 12 to 18 hours. It's beautiful. But then it does have to proof again, which is okay. It's only like another 30 minutes, so you gotta plan ahead a little bit. All right, let's clean carrots. So hopefully this isn't too crazy of an angle for you. So second carrots, like these are, that's like deformed and weird, and but they will clean up and chunk up all the same. They are all not that bad. They can't sell them for full price, and I will take their seconds because I'm just gonna chunk them up anyway. So I'm just gonna dump them. And before I turned you guys on, I scrubbed my sink out really good so that I could just do them right in here. I'll show you this bag I did, and these are a lot prettier. These are not broken. These are just they're shorty carrots. A couple of them might have the tips broke off, but so these all laid in there nice. So with carrots, they say that you need to peel them, and I'm not going to. There could be a lot of crud in carrots, harboring things from the soil and the dirt that could compromise. And the reason why I'm not going to is, one, these are organic. They are fairly clean. And I don't know if you've ever used one of these Norwex scrubby towels. It almost peels it for you if you scrub hard enough. So I just scrub really well with this, and it practically peels the carrot for me, which is way easier to me than peeling a bunch of carrots. It says it takes 6 to 9 pounds to do 6 pints of carrots. So I here have, what was it, 5, 9, 5. I weighed them. I think there was 14 pounds. I have a whole bunch more downstairs. I have given some away for people to eat fresh and whatnot. But I do want to get 1 canner full. I have a 23-quart Presto canner, and that canner can hold 16 pints. I think it can hold more if you use the regular mouth jars. So depending upon if you're using regular wide mouth, does make a difference as to how many jars you can get in there. The wide mouth are wider at the whole base, so you do get 1 less jar per layer. I have found, and maybe I'm not putting them in there right, but I do feel like I get less when I use the wide mouth. And I brought them up. I keep my empties downstairs, and I did bring them up, and I have a mixture. I think I have 2 wide mouth and the rest are regular. These are all the broken ones. This is gonna take a while, but I won't keep you around for all this. I did get these from Azure. I get some bulk food, organic groceries from them. Once a month, they do a delivery to my area. I will put their link down below. If you are really into organic and non-GMO and that kind of stuff, Their price points are great. You can buy in bulk and save even more. I have not gone into a local co-op. We do have one here in my area, food co-op, to price compare there. I have price compared, we have like an Earth Fair that has a lot of organic foods and stuff like that, and price comparison to their organic Azure is amazing. I've also price compared exact products to being able to order them online through Amazon and having them delivered free through Prime. And if you've seen any of those Azure videos, you can go and watch those where I've done price comparisons to Amazon. They were the first ones that I put up there. I did do an actual price piece by piece comparison, and Azure, I would save like $300 buying from Azure versus buying from Amazon. So I do pay for shipping through Azure, but what I pay in shipping, I still was $300 under what I bought at Amazon. So definitely, if you need to buy stuff, and you don't have to buy in bulk, I buy small quantities. I did get 55 pounds of potatoes. If you saw that in a video, that was kind of an accidental thing. I was price comparing and left them in my cart without deciding that I didn't need 55 pounds. I could get two 10-pound bags and still be at a good price point, but that was okay. You can get 5 pounds of flour if that's what you want to get. That's organic, non-GMO, the whole 9 yards there. They sell syrup by the gallon, and they sell it by the drum, like a 55-gallon drum. So that's like, I don't know, $500 or something like that. It is a crazy price point for something like that. But they also run sales every month on items, and you get Azure cash back. So I get Azure money put back into account that I can use towards my next purchase, or I can let it build. Need love. So I do love them. I'll put the link down below. If you use my link, I appreciate it. They do put, if you make a $100 order, it's one time. There's no co-op fees, no membership fees, nothing like that. You can order just a bag of flour, a 5-pound bag of flour, or you can order 200 pounds worth of oats and flour and all those things. And they sell more than that. I bought gardening baskets from them. They sell seeds when it's seed time. They sell live plants during starter plants. I bought syrup, I bought hairspray, I bought makeup. So they're more than just grains and oats. They sell chicken feed. They have a whole animal section, which I don't go into because I don't have chickens or goats or anything like that. Anyways, I'll put their link down below if you want to check them out. If you have questions, don't hesitate. Watch one of my other videos on the Azure haul, and I will answer questions there as well. Here's the thing with it. They do have drop-off points. Now, where I'm at, I am very, very, very blessed that it is only about 20 minutes from my house. Some people will drive an hour to get to the drop-off point. You show up at the drop-off point when the semi-truck rolls up. You do help unload everyone's orders. They just open up a pallet and everybody is labeled with their names. You unload the truck, you lay everything out by people's names, and then once the truck is unloaded, everybody gets their stuff and carries it to their car. My drop-off is a tiny bit different. It doesn't work like that all the time, like everybody else shows in their drop-off videos. I am blessed also that my drop-off point, if for some reason I can't make it, or because they're going to deliver in the middle of the day, my drop-off will hold my stuff for me. I just let them know in advance. And it does get tricky though, because sometimes I'll have frozen items or refrigerated items and things that don't need to be frozen or refrigerated. And so that does play a role in me getting my stuff quickly from my drop-off point. I am not going to fight with these tiny ones anymore. So I'm going to go for, because I really want to get these in the canner. These can for, see how beautiful these are? And they can't sell them because they broke, so some of them have the ends on. I don't know. I think they're beautiful. So the maple glazed carrots need to go for 25 or 30 minutes. The regular carrots go for 20 or 25 minutes. I will tell you more about that once we get there. So there's a 5-minute difference between the two carrot times. I'm just putting them all in and they're all going in together. When you can something, it says, oh, this is 30 minutes in the canner. It really takes an hour because you have to build up the pressure of your canner, as well as you have to let the pressure go down. So, and that takes a while for that pressure to come up. I think mine, I timed it once. I think mine took like almost 25 minutes to come up to pressure. And then to go back down, it takes almost another 25, 30 minutes. And then you don't take them right out of the canner. You kind of got to let them sit, prop the lid open, let it come, let the temperature decrease, because otherwise you'll have siphoning. So you're really, for a 25-minute canning session, you're talking about an hour in the canner, plus any of your prep time. So all right, you guys, I'm going to bust through these carrots and we'll get to the next step. I'm bringing you back because I've decided that scrubbing was taking way too long, and I remembered that I got a new vegetable peeler. So this is not going to take me that long. That's why I was avoiding it. I'm going to go ahead and peel all of these. This is so much faster than, I think last year when I did this, I only did a few jars to see if we would eat it. And I did not have a vegetable peeler that I liked at all. And it was absolutely, it took me forever. I was not gliding through the carrots like this. So this year, I'm going to go ahead and peel these. All right, friends, so it's going to look like the lighting changed and everything like that, but like I talked about in the beginning of the other video, my storage is full on my phone, so I had to switch to the real camera. And I've been practicing with this one a little bit, but I did an entire video that was blurry. I can't tell from this far away if I am clear or blurry. So it looks as if I'm clear. If I move closer to the camera, it shows that I'm clear, but I don't know if it's because I'm close. Technological difficulties. I like to cook and garden. This part is work in progress. That's what it is. So let's get going. And the other thing with this camera is it only lets me do like 10-minute segments at a time, and then the camera automatically shuts off. So I will be looking at the screen very often to make sure that it has not shut down on me. I'm looking at the clock as well, so I can kind of watch that. But we need to get going because I need to get this project done before my husband gets home from work, because I want to have the kitchen at least halfway cleaned up. So I'm back to, I need to make the maple glaze for the for half of the carrots. I did get these ones all cleaned up. Can't see them there. And I need to chop off the ends and stuff, but I want to get the glaze, this orange juice made so that I can get the glaze kind of started, because the sugar needs to dissolve and all the things. So this, like I said, I just bought a frozen can of this. I have not bought frozen orange juice I think since I was a kid. We will buy orange juice once in a while, but we're not big orange juice drinkers. So you saw me put that in just that water without having to microwave this plastic container, and it worked great. It probably did sit there an hour, but I'm gonna grab some water. To give this a good stir, and then we're going to make the maple glaze. I emptied my dishwasher before we got started so I could just throw dishes right into there, because I knew I'd be doing carrots and stuff in the sink. So this recipe we're following for the maple glazed carrots is specifically from the Ball canning book. I don't know which version. The one that I have does not have the maple glazed one. So Ball has different series and different recipes that they've come out with to update their cookbooks and stuff like that. But so mine didn't have it. So you can go online. This is, I found it, the University of California has printed Ball's thing. 2 cups brown sugar, 2 cups water, and 1 cup orange juice. We got 2 cups of water in. I did run out again. So in one of my other videos, you saw that we made brown sugar. Brown sugar is just regular sugar with molasses. So I mixed some molasses and brown sugar up last night, or plain sugar and molasses last night, so I have brown sugar for this recipe. And this is 2 cups, and I put it into this jar, and I couldn't find the lid for it because I knew that, and I knew I was going to be using it today, so I wasn't overly worried about it. I'll find a different container. This is just one of those beeswax wrap things. And this does not say if it is packed brown sugar, if you need to pack it or not, and there is a difference. Packing means you mash it in there really good to get like a lot extra. I'm thinking that it does not need to be packed because 2 cups is a lot of sugar. Plus your orange juice for carrots. And I didn't make that perfect or beautiful. To me, that's a lot of sugar. And sugar is not part of the preserving for these carrots, so it's really for flavor and not for the actual preserving factor. So I almost want to not put this all in there. I'm gonna put like 1.5 cups in there. We'll melt it down, and I will see how crazy sweet it is with the orange juice and that. So I grabbed a giant pan, and I can't believe that's all you need. 2 cups brown sugar, 2 cups water, and 1 cup of orange juice. So 2 cups of orange juice, 2 cups of water, and 2 cups of brown sugar is supposed to cover 6 pint jars. I just don't feel like that's going to be enough for 6 pint jars. 3 cups of liquid. I just don't want to have to come back and double it, but I guess I will. I grabbed way too big of a pot for this. Let's get this on the stove on low. Alright, so now we're going to get these carrots all chopped up and ready. Like I said, I'm going to slice some, I'm going to dice some because of the different ways I like to use them. So we're going to get the ends chopped off and then figure out who needs to be sliced and who needs to be diced. Friends, I am just cracking up. So I'm looking at the camera to make sure that it's still recording, and I look up and it hadn't been recording. It said your SD card is full. Okay, well that's easier to fix because I knew what videos I had already downloaded off of this and went through, so I could delete those quick. So let's get back to getting these carrots done. Alright, so I rinsed and cleaned, and I'm going to chunk, thinking about the maple glaze, like those, what size do I want them? I'm thinking I'm going to do them like this. figure out some of these really fat ones. I'm going to cut in half. Like that is way too fat. Cut that one more time. So I wanted to do 6 pints, and like we looked at earlier, there might not be enough glaze in that to fill 6 pints. So I'm going to do as many as I can with the glaze that I've made. I've decided that I'm not going to make extra glaze. We'll probably end up loving them and be really upset that I only did 6 jars. But that's all right. I'm not going to be perfect, but I am going to try to make these to fit into these jars and keep them that size. As those can go like that. If I didn't mention it yet, these carrots have been in my refrigerator for like a month now, and they are still crunchy. All right, friends, so we are back, and I have 3 jars of kind of like chunked, about the size of baby carrots in the jars, and we are going to put this maple glaze mixture. It's the brown sugar, orange juice, and water in there. I only did up 3 jars because I really don't think this is enough liquid. I don't even think it's going to fill these. So whoever wrote this recipe, I'm not sure that the numbers are right. And these are 1 inch of headspace on these jars. Okay, so I got the 1 inch of headspace. I have a debubbler, but I pack these carrots in so tight I can't even get the debubbler in there. So that recipe for the maple glaze only did 3 jars. And mind you, I did keep out a half a cup of the brown sugar, but I don't think a half a cup of brown sugar would have given me 3 more jars. So I put my kettle on with some water so that I could have some boiling water to put over the other carrots, but let's get lids on these. I had warm jars, even though the carrots were cold, because I was putting in a hot liquid. So hot jars, hot liquid, and my water is already going in my Presto. I have a 23 quart canner and pressure canner, and so that is 3 quarts of water is what the level that my manufacturer recommends for mine. Please check your book. Every canner is a little bit different, but for pressure canning, it doesn't come up and over the jars. I needed 3 quarts of water, so that's already in there, and it's on low because I'm going to put hot jars in there, and I don't want the glass to break. Since that's all the maple glaze ones, now I'm just going to chunk and do like carrot sticks per se for the rest of these jars. So this should go really quick now that I'm not trying to figure out how many maple glaze ones I need. And I just have these sitting in a little tub of hot water to keep the jars warm because I'm about to add hot water. Alright friends, we are back. I had chopped up the rest of those carrots. I got everybody into jars, into the canner, debubbled them, and I just ended up, and that is the chunked up ones. And I double checked my lid. This moves. I can see through the little pipe cock there. We're going to get this on, we're going to get it turned up, and we're going to can it, and I'll bring it back when we're taking it back out. Alright friends, so we are back. I've got the jiggler is jiggling, doing its hula dance, and I need to start the timer. Plain carrots was 25 minutes. The glazed carrots in here take 30 minutes. So we're going to go with the longer time for the two. It won't hurt the other carrots by any means for 5 extra minutes. So 30 minutes in the canner. Jiggler's going to keep doing its little hula. My pressure here is 11 pounds of pressure. I went and bought this here so I didn't have to babysit this pressure gauge as much. I just know by the sound and the jiggle of the jiggler as to it's at the right temperature. So I'm going to let that do its thing, and we'll see you back in 30 minutes. Okay friends, so they are out of the canner, and we've got all of our carrots. We ended up with only 3. You can hear them popping. Only 3 of the glazed ones, which is okay. It'll give us a chance to try it in case we don't like it. I'm not stuck with a whole bunch of stuff that we won't eat. I did the chopped ones. These are just some slices. 2, 4, 16. We ended up with 17 jars in the canner. I didn't get the full 18 because I do have 3 that are wide mouth, and they take up more room in the canner, which is just fine. I threw 1 into the fridge that we'll chop up and actually use the raw carrots on salads, or we'll just eat them. So these are all set, and behind me I have another load of peppers going into the dehydrator. And these were the ones that came out of the dehydrator. These were the red ones. These were these ones. And my battery is flashing at me, so I want to make sure that I say goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe down below. If you do want to see more about the peppers, I do have photos that have gone up on Instagram, so you can go follow me over there. It's Homestead by the Highway there as well, and you'll be able to see photos. I did not do a video of that, but I do have different photos that I have been putting up of the steps along the way. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.